Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on this channel, we love our makeup. We love new makeup, we love our old makeup, and we love using what we have. But we're not necessarily here for Instagram fame and fortune or editorial looks. We're just here for real makeup, for real life, and real people like us. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, is very exciting for me. I am finally trying Cosmetics. I don't know what it is about brands that aren't sold on Ulta and Sephora, and I tend to drag my feet when it comes to ordering products from direct sale websites. So I did it. I finally did it. I bought almost a full face of Cosmetics, but otherwise we are going to play with some new makeup today and just have a good time. I'm really excited about this look and about the experience that I've had with the makeup so far. So with all of that said, let's get into it. All right, let's get started with the foundation. This is the Daydream Cushion SPF tint. It's an SPF 50 PA+++, so that's really good. And the cool thing about this is that you get a refill with this. So you're not just getting one cushion full of foundation, you're getting two. It does come with a little sponge. And then this is the cushion right here. I did get the shade Gentle Light, which is their light medium shade. It actually worked pretty well for me the first time around. And the one thing I couldn't get over the first time I used this is how much it feels like skincare. So I'm going to take my little Luxie foundation brush here, and it's really cool. I've never used a cushion foundation before, but this one just feels nice on the skin. I will say it did not wear the best on my skin the first time I wore it, but that being said, I was out and about. I don't remember what I set it with the first time, so today we're going to try a more mattifying powder to try and keep it in place, and then I will put a note down in the description box or pen a comment letting you guys know how it wore today. And I would say this has about a sheer to light coverage, which is fine by me personally, and about what I would expect from something called a tint. So you can see this side versus this side in terms of the discoloration here. Let's see if we can layer it up a little bit. I definitely feel like this is buildable. This is a really nice cushion tint. I love that it has the SPF, but of course I always wear an SPF under my makeup anyway. Moving along, I'm going to quickly apply some of my Project Pan concealer. This is the Bare Minerals Complete Coverage Serum Concealer in the shade Light. And Oliver is in the beauty room today, so if you hear him snore, that's who it is. Alright, next I did pick up the So Soft Bronze and Sculpt Stick in the shade Terra. It's the more cool tone and the one that's more geared toward a light medium skin tone. I'll give you a little swatch here. This is what it looks like full color. This is what it looks like blended out. The other day I drew it directly on my face. Today I want to try picking it up with a brush and applying it that way and just see how I like it better. So I'm picking some up on the brush here, and we're gonna just start by tapping it on where I want it, and then we'll go in and blend. This is a Delium 945 contour brush. I do think this is a really nice shade. I think that it applies very nicely One thing I wasn't kind of expecting is like the little bit of a cream to powder texture. I don't feel like I've heard anybody say that, but to me it's very similar in the texture of like the e.l.f. putty bronzer once it finally, you know, gets blended in and everything. It's more of a cream to powder. And then I do have my trusty sponge here, just in case, just to kind of pat everything in. All right, next is the highlighter that I chose. This is the Moonbeam Cushion Highlighter. I did pick the shade Aura, which I do think is the lightest shade. Again, you get a little puff sponge thing. And again, you get this little tiny cushion. And I did apply it with my fingers the other day. So today I kind of want to try the sponge. So I picked up a little bit here and just want to try it with a sponge today, again, to see which application I prefer. I also will say I do have more on the way from the brand. I did make a second small order. My daughter fell in love with their mascara, and so I ordered her one as a part of her birthday, but then of course I didn't want to pay shipping and all of that, so I went ahead and ordered one of their serum blushes, which I did not pick up the first time, and then I also picked up a lip liner. So those will be coming, you'll see those pop up at some point. But I do think this is a really pretty highlight, and there you go. It's a nice champagne-y color. And then I also picked up one of the So Soft blush sticks. This is in the shade Pearl Tea. I absolutely had to have this one. I don't have a ton of like nude blushes in my collection, and this one leans warm. So I was very excited to try this. I'm gonna again try it on the brush, like picking it up on the brush today versus applying it on the cheeks and just blending it with a brush. Blech. And then I do have a powder blush as well, so I'm not gonna go full Kyra blush. I do think this is just a nice, almost natural blushy shade for me. All right, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and set my face with a little bit of my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is the shade Transparent. Mostly just gonna set the T-zone, I don't want to take away all of the color that we just added to the face. All right, for powder blush, I did pick up one of the Heaven's Glow Veil, Radiant Veil blushes. And this is from their Masterpiece collection. It's in the shade Rococo. Look at that, it's so pretty. Oh, I forgot to swatch Pearl Tea. Let's do that real quick, and then I'll swatch Rococo. So here is Pearl Tea, and then here is a swatch of Rococo. Really pretty. It's kind of similar to Pearl Tea, but radiant, obviously. And just kind of apply this more so to the tops of the cheeks and bring it up a little bit. The thing I like about this so far is that, insofar as I can tell, it does not add texture to my skin, which a lot of glowy blushes do. I really love this. This is beautiful packaging for a beautiful blush. I love this formula. So I'm gonna quickly pop off of here and do my brows and throw on some eyeshadow primer. And when I come back, we'll be getting into eyeshadow, mascara, and then a lip. Okie dokie, we are back. We're ready for eyeshadow. We are going to check out the Divine Skies eyeshadow palette. This is the Magic Hour palette. Looks like this, very, very pretty. I definitely am interested in purchasing the Rodin eyeshadow palette from the Masterpiece collection. It's just a very nice, soft, neutral palette. I really like this formula already, and I don't know, I'm just kind of digging it. So I'm gonna start things off with this brown shade here, which oddly enough is called Terra, just like the bronzer. I'm gonna pick that up on a little pinched fluffy and get this started on the outer corner, and then gradually pull it up into the crease of my eye. This is definitely a warm toned palette, so if you are not into that, I wouldn't recommend this one for you. I do think the Rodin palette is a little bit more either neutral or cool. Obviously I haven't seen it in person, but I do think, according to the photos, that it's a little less warm than some of these other ones. And they do have several, so look at that. Easy peasy. And then the next shade I want to take is this one right here, which is called Magic Hour. It's a lot like a NARS Orgasm shade, where it's like a pinky peachy shadow with a little bit of a golden shift to it. I've not used this shade yet, so kind of wanted to try it today. I just grabbed another pinched fluffy brush. I like to use a more fluffy brush like this for shimmers because it doesn't emphasize texture quite as much. And then we have this really pretty light gold shade up here in the center top, and it's called Heavenly. And just kind of highlight the center of the lid, specifically closest to the lash line. And then I'm gonna put the same shade on the inner corner of my eye, a nice highlighting shade. Also be a really pretty lid shade with any of the shades in here, but specifically with the brown. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna go ahead and use this beigey shimmer on the bottom called Radiant. Looks like this. I don't know, I just think it might be kind of fun, something different. Just think sometimes it can be fun to put a little shimmer on the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take the same brush and wipe it off just a little bit, going back into the shade Terra, that matte brown, and just kind of add this on the outer part of the lower lash line, and then just building it up a tiny bit on the outer V, just to give a little bit more dimension to the look. I think you can tell the difference there. Mascara. This is a tubing mascara, and in case you don't know what that is, basically if this was your lash, it takes and puts a coat all the way around the lash versus just adding a tint. It actually puts almost like a sleeve over your lash, and the reason why this is awesome is because it's very easy to remove. All you need is warm water and you can just kind of pull them off of your lashes. You don't need any remover, you don't need any cotton accoutrement. So some people really like that. Also, a tubing formula is really good because it is water resistant. It's not waterproof, obviously. You use water to take it off, but it is more so resistant than just a tint mascara. So this is what the brush looks like, and this is called the Pick Me Up mascara. I think it says something about volume and length, but I really enjoy it already, and clearly my daughter does too because she talked me into ordering her one. And I really enjoy lengthening mascaras personally, and also I feel like tubing mascaras are really nice for building up volume, and it's also really great for the lower lash line. You're not going to find any smudging or anything like that. Alright, for lips, I picked up one of their lip cushions, and this is again from the Masterpiece collection, and it is the shade Van Gogh. It's actually Lip Cushion Tinted Lip Lumanizer. But I always use a lip liner, so I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with Milani All Natural from their Color Statement line of liners. This is one of those lip products where you barely just click up enough. This thing down here, you turn. Some of these similar products, you push a button on the bottom, but this one it turns. And then you get just enough product up above the barrier of the lip product here, and it's melty and it's creamy and it's shiny and it's just absolutely stunning. Let's apply it. I really enjoy this color. I feel like it is a My Lips But Better shade, but it does feel cushiony. It does give a luminosity to the lips because it is so glossy. I mean, not your most long wearing lip product, but it's very, very comfortable. And it would be one that would be easy to reapply, whether you had a mirror or not. So let's finish things off with some jewelry. It's just gonna be a wacky hair day, I can tell. So this is what we're looking like. What do we think? This is my nearly full face of M Cosmetics. I really enjoy the look. I really enjoyed all of the products. If I had to pick some top products, it would definitely be the two So Soft sticks. I really enjoy the texture, the easy application, the shades, and I also really enjoy how this cushion foundation feels on the skin. I've only had a couple applications of each product so far, so I'm gonna keep loving on these products, keep trying them out. Have you guys tried any M Cosmetics products? If you do, what's your favorite? What do I need to try next? I am really excited to try the serum blush as well as our lip liners. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time as always. I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video very, very soon.